I've heard nothing but excellent things about these little quadcopters. I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out. This is the Sky Nano Drone. I can only assume that's Sky, from Trend Labs. Now, if you hadn't noticed, I have looked at quite a few of these little nano drones recently with cameras on them, but again, I've heard excellent things about this one in particular. Let's see what's in the box. So the drone is actually attached to the top. Go ahead and free that one. Moving on down, we have a controller, very standard fare, 4 spare propellers, USB charging cable, and a micro SD card reader, and a little user guide just in case you're not sure what you're doing, and it is all in very clear English. Very nice. Looking at the controller, again, very standard. Looks like you push down on the left one to change your rates, push down on the right to do flips, and then you've got photo and video on this button here. So photo, video, on-off switch, trim for forward and back, and 2 AAA batteries go in the back, which I happen to have right beside me. Completely unintentional. Looking at the little nano drone itself, here on the front you can see a camera. I don't see it anywhere on the box or in the guide that it's HD, so I'm going to assume that this is a 640x480 camera. Other than that, pretty standard fare in terms of the design. Looks to be a relatively small battery in there, probably around 100 to 120 milliamp hours. Charging port and power switch here on the side. Micro SD card slot on the other side, with a 2 GB card included. And when we go ahead and turn it on, you can see, well, the lights came on for a second there. Looks like the batteries are dead. And before we move on, I'm gonna have to go ahead and charge this, so I'll be right back. And we are back now. It took a little while to get this all charged up. And if we go ahead and flip the switch on, you can see we have red LEDs in the rear, blue LEDs in the front, and they do actually come on and stay on now. Not hugely bright. You can see on my hand there, it's not really showing up much. Let's just turn this on, get it bound up. And that's bound. You can see now we do have a blue LED here on the top. Let's see what it sounds like. Yep, that sounds just like another nano quadcopter. Let's test out the photos and videos. So there's a photo, and the light on top is flashing, which I can only assume means that it is recording, so this is what the video from it would look like in good scenario without actually being flying and everything, and there you go, there's a quick sample. So at this point, I'm actually gonna go ahead and run through a battery on it. I know you guys say I don't have to do that, but I like to go ahead and do it just to give the motors a chance to warm up. You just never know. And I haven't had any motors burn out since I've started doing it. So we'll run it through once, then we'll take it for a few test flights, see how it does. All right, we are out here with the Sky Nano Drone with camera. Let's go ahead and test it out. All right, so this is the very first rate. We'll spin around. Second rate. Third rate, so we've got 1 yaw rate. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and just capture a little bit of video. Looks really nice and smooth and stable. We'll sort of take it out and back. I'm in beginner rate, so this should be nice and smooth. I did a little bit of testing with this inside, and it's 640x480 footage, which for a drone of this size is not surprising, but we are now starting to see them with 720 in this size, so it would be nice to see a 720p model of this size. Anyway, that's probably enough footage. Just give it a little pan around there though before we stop. Like I said, the footage for 640x480 didn't look that bad. But there you go. We're going to go ahead and turn it off to save some battery though. Let's do, now that we've got it back in here, we'll do a couple of flips. So push the right stick and flip. It does lose some altitude. It doesn't really give itself much. Yeah, loses altitude on the flips, so that's interesting. But if you give it a little throttle at the same time, it can sort of maintain. Not bad. Tight little flips, I will give it that much. There you go. Now I'm in third rate. Let's just fly around a little bit and have some fun. Yeah, not a very fast, sporty flyer, but again, it's a camera quad, sort of. So I mean, it's got a very big circle. Yeah, there's a very big turning circle, so you're not going to get, you know, really tight funnels or anything. Let me bring it back a little closer just so you can see better. And not a whole lot of pitch either, to be honest. Very stable flyer. Probably a really, really good one for beginners. The price, though, is a little high for what it is. I mean, considering it is a 640x480 camera and it's not a very sporty little nano quad, it's probably a little high priced. But it's definitely not a bad looker. Like I said, the footage is not that bad, and it does some nice little flips, so can't complain too much. I will be kind of curious to see how long the battery lasts. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be in the 3-minute range. But yeah, there's not a huge amount you can do with one this small that doesn't have a very fast turning circle. I can feel it's already getting tired, and the LVC warning just came on there, so we're at 2.5 minutes, and it took itself down, and that's 2 minutes 50 seconds, and that's pretty much average. I have flown this around a couple of times at this point, and with that being the amount of time you get out of it, you're paying about $60, I think it was, $50 to $60 for 640 by 480 video and about 3 minutes of actual usage time. It's kind of hard to recommend. It is still fun. It does still get the job done. So I'll put a link to where you can find it down below if you are interested. So thanks so much to Trend Labs for sending this out for me to take a look at. Thanks to you guys for watching. Leave a thumbs up down below if you like this video. Leave a comment if you'd like to say something about this, or let me know something you'd like me to take a look at. Subscribe to receive more of my videos when they become available, and we will see you again next time.